Loudoun County Public Schools in Virginia have embraced transgender policies that would require teachers to call students by their preferred pronouns, quote, without any substantiating evidence. Loudoun County PE teacher Tanner Cross says the policy is against his religion, and now he's taking on the school board. Watch this.
I love all of my students, but I will never lie to them regardless of the consequences. I'm a teacher, but I serve God first, and I will not affirm that a biological boy can be a girl and vice versa, because it's against my religion, it's lying to a child, it's abuse to a child, and it's sinning against our God.
Well, actually, just a few moments ago, they filed the lawsuit regarding that. Joining us now exclusively for their first national TV interview, Tanner Cross, along with his lawyer, Tyson Langhofer, and his pastor and fierce defender, Gary Hamrick. Gentlemen, thank you all for being here. Tanner, let me start with you. Let me play devil's advocate for a second. You've spoken out against this policy, as we just heard, because it's against your religion. I get that. Loudoun County Public Schools are public schools. Therefore, there seems to be a separation between church and state. What do you think of that?
From what I understand, separation church and state was to keep government out of religion.
Okay, so you think that you're, and I'm just asking because I'm thinking they're probably going to argue, hey, you can have your religious beliefs, you just can't impose them on others.
Yeah, I mean, I think we kind of had the same argument that because of the First Amendment, you know, I have the right to free speech and religion, and you can't compel speech. And I'm speaking to the government, or you just can't compel speech. You know, teachers are just like everybody else. They have religious views, they have different political views, and they can be advocates for that, for those views, and they shouldn't be punished for speaking those views out at a public hearing.
You know, Tyson, I'll talk to you as the lawyer. You know, now that Tanner has been placed on administrative leave by Loudoun County Public Schools, and as of today, as Sean mentioned, you've officially are suing the school district. Do they have grounds to place him on leave? And did he violate any of his workplace regulations by expressing his religious beliefs there?
They have absolutely no grounds to place him on leave. I mean, the public schools cannot retaliate against staff members for sharing their personal beliefs and ideas, especially at a public forum where the school board had invited the public to share their views. And so what they've done by placing him on leave is they've chilled his speech, and they're really sending a message to all teachers that if you speak out, there's going to be punishment.
So Tyson, I just want to be clear so our viewers understand this. Tanner didn't do anything with respect to a student not calling them what they wanted. He just expressed his views at a public hearing, correct? That's why he's being punished.
That's absolutely right. And the fact is, this is a proposed policy. The policy has not yet been passed. And Tanner believes that this policy is going to harm teachers and students. And so he felt compelled to speak out about it. Other teachers have expressed support for the policy. He simply expressed his opinion, and that should be protected as well.
Yeah, I think that's the key thing here. It wasn't happening in the school. He went to a public hearing to express his view, which they had invited views from. Pastor Hamrick, I want to turn to you for a second. Loudoun County Democrats, they got in on the action. They've called you to recant your support of Tanner. They've called your words libelous, insidious, inflammatory, and accused you of hurting your community because you've stepped up to support this gentleman in your congregation. What is your reaction? And I gotta wonder, are any members of the county Democrats there in Loudoun part of your congregation?
If they are, they've probably left by now. You know, it's amazing that in these days we can be treated with such vitriol just because we're wanting to declare the truth. I mean, Genesis 1:27, God said that he created man in his image, male and female, he created them. And so as a church, we just wanted to proclaim truth, come alongside of Tanner and just, you know, proclaim the good news of Jesus. And for this, we're getting a lot of heat from the Loudoun County Board of the school board and other citizens. But at the same time, I want to say we've gotten a lot of encouragement and support, too.
Well, I want to ask you about that, Tanner, because Democrats are saying that you are a disgrace to this community. So what has the community reaction been like for you?
Most of it has been praise, actually, quite shockingly. You know, a little pushback, or and in a disagreement with me. And that's okay. Like I said again, we, teachers, just because we're teachers, we don't leave our faith at the door, right? And it's wrong for school policies to encroach on those views and beliefs that we have. And then also, I can't be forced to say something that I don't believe in. I spoke against 2 proposed school policies that I think is going to be harmful to children and also force teachers to say things that aren't true.
Well, so to follow up on what Lindsay was asking, I mean, you've got, I guess, like 3 kind of groups, right? Teachers, parents, and students. Have each one of those groups kind of reached out to you in some way, shape, or form, either offering support or condemnation?
Like I said before, there was a lot of support, a little condemnation for it. And we're in a very diverse part of the United States. And I love that, and I accommodate a very safe environment for all of my students. But, again, I won't say things that are untrue.
So, Tyson, real quick, I want to ask you this. Is this a problem in search of a solution, not by you guys, but by the Loudoun County Public Schools? In other words, is this something that has become a big issue in the schools that they need to solve, or is it they're just trying to be woke?
Yeah, it's absolutely, they're searching for a problem. I mean, the bottom line is Tanner's taught in this school for 7 years. He's taught in this school district, and this hasn't been a problem. Tanner teaches a diverse group of students, and they've always been able to accommodate. And so it's necessary to force teachers to speak things that they think are untrue.
Yeah, it's literally a solution in search of a problem. I appreciate you all being here. Tanner, Tyson, Pastor Gary, thank you. Tanner, please let us know how this thing works itself out. I'd love to give the audience an update.
Will do. Thanks for having us on. We really appreciate it.
You bet. I appreciate you guys telling us. By the way, we did reach out to Loudoun County Public Schools. They confirmed that Tanner is on paid administrative leave, but as you can guess, had no further comment.